fascinating chord progression to this, what's become kind of a cool holiday tune, Please Come Home for Christmas. Now this song goes back to 1960, actually 61 when it came out, but written in 1960 by piano player Charles Brown and one of his buddies, Gene Redd. But most of us are familiar with it. Well, there's a lot of versions. B.B. King did it, Pat Benatar, Johnny Winter. Oh man, it's just all over the place. But the Eagles did a version that is pretty folky and actually pretty true to the original, although their version is in a different key to fit the voice better. Interesting type of song. It's a jazz standard that is in AABA form and just uses a whole bunch of normal chords in the key of A plus a lot of extended chords in A. So I have a lesson that goes into this at Totally Guitars as part of the Target program. Also, the rhythmic feel is really neat. It's a standard. It's a triple time feel, a compound time signature, really 12/8, like a lot of slow blues tunes. So in this lesson, we go into different ways of accompanying yourself in 12/8 time. I'm playing an A chord here, and a 6-beat finger picking pattern works great. So this is one of the ways I like to have people get started with this song. Thumb, index, middle, ring, middle, index, where each of these three fingers is playing the top 3 strings, and my thumb's playing the 5th string. So thumb on the 5th, index on the 3rd, middle on the 2nd, ring on the 1st, and then back to your middle and your index. And then as we run through the chords, it goes from A to A major 7, which is done by moving your first finger from the A on the 3rd string at the 2nd fret to G sharp on the 1st fret of the 3rd string. Then A7 by taking it off. 2 sets of 6 on that, followed by a D chord and D diminished. Now D diminished is played with your first finger on the 4th string, 1st fret, then your 3rd finger on the 2nd fret of the 3rd string, your 2nd finger going to the 2nd string at the 1st fret, and then your 4th finger going to the F sharp on the 1st string at the 2nd fret. So a great sound. And then it comes back to an A chord. So that diminished chord is one of the really neat sounds in this song, as is an augmented chord that shows up later, an E augmented chord. So anyway, really detailed lesson on this over at Totally Guitars, again as part of the Target program, so you might want to come check it out if you're interested in learning and a lot of theory involved in this one too, or techniques and stuff. But we run through the whole chord progression and everything as usual. We also have a lot of free lessons over there, and they're also here at our TG Free Lessons channel, so check those out. This one's pretty complicated. It has some really quick changes from bar chords, especially at the end, which I think is the part I just played at the beat. Yes, I did, at the top of this. I played a little bit of that. So you heard some of the quick changes, the F sharp minor and the B7s and the E7s and the C sharp 7s and all that jazz. So anyway, can't go into too much more detail about it here, but if you're interested in this and instruction in lots of other very complicated things and lots of other very simple things, it's all available at Totally Guitars.